It's day 12. We are back, friends. So, another diary, another day, 2 more days before the 7-day commission is over. Let's take a look at what I've done so far. So, I have a confession to make. Okay? Remember what I said about the Animus Reconfiguration event? I've used all three, as you can see. And who did I use it on? Well, I did say the first one I was going to use it on was Grey, and that is true. I did use it on Grey. Okay, as you can see, Grey is all the way down here now. So I want you guys to take, 5 seconds, pay, your solemn respect to the man that carried my whale account throughout the entire process up until Inferno. So let's take a moment here. Salute. Alright. Now we've paid our respects to Grey, but there is also one more unit that I actually got rid of. And this isn't gonna come as a surprise, but that is Romoka. I have also reconfigured Romoka. Why did I do that? Because through the grapevines, I have heard that you could clear Doki Doki Inferno with Siada instead. And so I decided to do that because Siada works a lot better in RTA and in most PvP content. So I thought, why not just use Siada? Because Romoka actually doesn't do much in PvP. And how do I know that? Because over the weekend I started playing some Fearless Arena. And every time I had the chance to pick Romoka, I just looked at her and went, brother, I don't want to use her. And that just hit me real hard. And I was like, do I really want to invest, my yellow tofus into her? If I'm only going to be using her for, PvE? Probably not. And by yellow tofus, I mean the perfect lattices, okay? So, I decided to reconfigure my Romoka and slammed all of her tofus into Siada instead. Okay? She needs a bit more than what Romoka needs to clear content, because she also needs her S2, right? Because this gives her, an extra 30% crit damage. This gives her an extra, a good amount. Okay, what is this? 20, 40, 60, 54% more more attack. You get crit rate, you get more crit rate here, so there's 6 crit rate here already. Okay, and then you get another 12 more here, which is ridiculous. You get so much crit rate off her. Okay, so she becomes pretty easy to build. So I decided to build up my Siada for that case. And my health 4 is extremely smooth. I like that. Siada hits like an absolute truck, especially when you put her on Revelations. The comp doesn't work if you don't have Lily, okay? But I've seen people use Chiaki the Echo. I've seen people use Doki Doki with Siada. So if you have either of those, try it. I haven't tried it because mine are not built, alright? But besides that, what else did I do? I have managed to 6-star Holden. I've also managed to 6-star Tiamat. I've also managed to go 45 Rahu, which is just ready. He's ready to get 6-star at any point. Viper as well. And most of these units here are all gonna be ready to be level 45 the second the 2x it drop ban. So why did I bring that up? Because now, from now till the end, okay, of when the start of the 2x event happens, what you want to be doing is you want to be farming your shells. Okay, as you can see, I have the new here because I've hit level 55. And what does level 55 bring you? It brings you Inferno Rengokusu. And you can see that I have not started doing any of the hell stuff because I decided I am too lazy to manual with Shadow Sanya, number 1. Number 2, I also used my 3rd reconfiguration on Marvel. Okay, why did I do that? Because I rarely, in most of my comms now, I rarely use him anymore. So I just decided, you know what, I don't need him. I'd rather take all of his prowesses, all of his books back, and put it into Messiah. Okay, and you can see that Messiah now is he's almost finished with his S3. And then eventually I'm going to start working on his, his S2 and S1, alright? Because I want that extra 20% crit damage here. And this thing hits like an absolute monster when you fully skill it up. So that is one thing I'm also going to be doing. Eventually, if you have Messiah, you don't need Seattle to clear Doki. You can just use Messiah to clear it once your gear gets good enough anyway. Okay? Holden is completely built, as you can see. Alright, this is what I have rocking on him right now. I've not finished his prowess yet, so I still am, 15 speed behind, which puts me at plus 83 speed, which is 203, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, puts me at the 203 speed on Unbreakable Bramble, which is not bad. Not bad. Okay? And if you say, why do we only have 74% crit? Well, eventually I'm going to get this S3 anyway, right? And there is 12 crit rate in here, which puts me to, an 86% crit rate, which is perfect. Alright? I'm gonna let, Elemental Advantage do its thing and give me the extra crit rate. That is okay by my standard. Alright? Tiamat is almost done, just that the shell is not ready yet. You can see that I also have one Split Rush Bramble, but this is not ready, so this is what I will be doing, until the 2x event, just farming shells. Okay? Shells are super important, especially when you want the stats, and then comes the prowesses, because these will give you, free, a good amount of free stats here until you have to, use your tofu, which I'm not using yet. I still don't know who I want to use it on, okay? So I don't know where I want to put my 13 tofus, but I definitely know that I need this to hit max skill, okay? I also know that I need to get some of this, alright? At least up to here, because I need to get the defenses on him. Pushing him to 100%, I can wait, alright? I'll just pray that it hits. Maybe a bit of a cope, but I know eventually I'm going to do it, so it's more of a when, not an if. Alright? Same thing goes with this S3 and most of my DPSs or my units anyway. Okay? So, that being said, level 55 unlocks you a lot of stuff. I did say yesterday I was going to go Inferno hunting, and I did. You can see that I've cleared Doki Doki Inferno, and that was with Siada. Alright? Hell 4 is where I'm at. I've managed the 3-star Terramatons. Now Inferno, you are going to need, either this team, which is the Shadow Sanya team, or you just need a really cracked out Detain Chloros team, which I don't have, but you can see that every single clear here has been, the dot team. And most of this is manual, right? I just don't have the time to manual, so I'm not doing the manual stuff. Besides that, PvE stuff, you can see my Anything Echoes. I have managed to push myself all the way to Heinrich, which I'm going to be doing later on stream. And if you don't want to catch me doing this on stream, watch me on Abstract. But I was stuck at Kraken for a good while. Okay? Because Kraken was way too fast for me, and he just frees my entire team and then, play laps around me, basically. Until I did a bit of swapping on my speed, and I got Siada. Now Siada is like an absolute fucking brain dead character for me, because you just slam her into any comp in here. Like, let's say I go in here, right? I'm not gonna do the run, but I will show you what I mean. Okay, you just go in here, and you just run this. Single DPS, make her survive, give her a ton of buffs. Defense break, slow the other team, speed up your team. That's it. That's all you need. And Siada will just cleave that team. Every turn she takes, she's pressing that S3. And by the time, 2 turns hit, she's already on 3 flames. And she's just going to start nuking. And you put a defense down already, she's going to nuke even more along with Revelations. Because if we read her S3, okay? If we read her S3 over here, I'm just going to move my face real quick. Over here, you can see, all right, 60%, right, unleashes all, deals 20 ult and all of this. Each time a soul flame involved, it reduces the cooldown by 1. This hits multiple times, okay, and Revelation does wonders with that. And you can see that I have no gear on her at the moment. That's because she is sharing gear with the thing, all right. But that team is an easy auto for me. Easy auto, unless the team before this, which was Valerian, which had a ton of funguses. All I had to do was just, use Lily to push up Ling Luo, put up immunity, hit auto, go about my day. Alright? Super easy. Super easy. Amber Track, I'm still stuck on this last boss. I just cannot kill it, but I really want to do it. Alright? How many days do I have? I have 2 more weeks to do it. I really want to clear it. If anyone has cleared this, please let me know down in the comments below. Or go into my Discord, hit me up, and help me. Because I can't clear this. And I suck at PvE. Okay? But besides that Ethernet rally, there's something that I'll also be doing later on today. Because I think I have enough gear to clear out all of this. Right? Because I really want these. These are, important stuff that I kinda need for my account to progress. Alright, you can see I have fragments here, I have trading data here, I have coins here, right? Shadow prints, which I need to 6-star units. So I'm gonna start doing a bit more of this content because eventually I'm gonna run out of shit to do in farming, right? Because we are all saving our stamina pots. If you listen to me and you saved up your stamina pots and you're at over 60, did yourself a fantastic favor. You didn't jump the gun, you didn't use it prematurely. I did it because I'm a content creator. I need to get ahead of you guys to show you what it looks like at that certain level. So I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with 27 pots. Okay? Am I going to be able to clear all of this? I don't know. Because my Inferno runs is 3 minutes long, and that's 30 minutes a 10 run. Okay? I don't have 24 hours to, spam all of this. So am I able to do it? I don't know yet. Maybe I might change strategy and I will just focus on, clearing out more of the GP outposts and investigation, farm up the coins, or I might just do Hell 4 for the hell of it. Okay? Because going into Inferno just so you can get all of these specialized core, good, I'm not blocking the screen. This specialized core is good and all, but also don't forget that you can only get this 6 set if you can clear the Inferno shell stages. And if you can't do that, this is a dead piece. It's a dead piece. Okay? So I'd rather just go into Hell 4, make sure I get all of these actual full move this, get all of this stuff instead, which is better anyway, and just work from there. And then eventually get enough stats to start doing the Hell stages. Will I not touch Inferno? I never said that. I said that I'm just too lazy to manual it. Okay? But that's it, guys. If you like this content, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.